Hello, my name is Data. In this episode of Skyrim, I'm going to unlock the secret of Red Eagle's tomb, found somewhere in the Reach. I've arrived at the location, and it seems to be pretty clear in the area. Looks like any action that happened long ago. There seems to be a creepy monument left behind. Adventurers. I'm going to take that skull to add to my collection and consider this particular monument a warning as to what may happen inside the Rebel's Cairn. I've entered Rebel's Cairn, and it seems to be a dark, damp cave full of mushrooms. I'm going to take some of those, as I am an alchemist. I make potions, indeed. Some white cap. There's more mushrooms all over the place. I may have to remember to stop back once in a while, as these things may respawn. Ooh, there's another dire warning left for any adventurer that may want to stumble into this cave. Some imp stool. More white cap, fly amanita. More imp stool. It appears I have entered one of the main chambers. Everything seems to be clear, dark, damp, and full of mushrooms. There's an adventurer. Seems the poor bloke didn't make it. Let's read The Legend of Red Eagle, Archivist of Winterhold. This tale was transcribed for the memory of Clarice Vienne, student of Winterhold. Elements of the legend suggest the date C1E 1030, though as with any oral tradition, much of it is likely a later anachronism. Curiously, stories of a similar king and his legendary blade appear in other ancient myths of the Reach. Long ago, a child was born in the Sundered Hills. They named him Feulan, which means red eagle in the tongue of the Reach, for the screeching bird call that greeted his birth and the crimson blooms on the autumn bills. Thus began his legend. Reach child, born under auspicious skies, his very name the color of blood. 10 kings ruled the Reach in those days, and though men were free, the people were scattered and warred among themselves. The augurs foresaw the boy's destiny, a warrior without peer, first and foremost, lord of the Reach, chosen to unite all under his name. Feulan grew in years and strength, and it seemed the prophecy would be fulfilled. The banner of the Red Eagle was raised along the cliffs of the Reach, and his people prospered. The name Hestra, Empress of the South, riding to war. One by one the king stood before her. One by one they fell aside, bending knee in imperial bargains or slaughtered on the battlefield. Her legions came at last to the Sundered Hills, and the envoys were sent to bargain. For their surrender, Feulan refused to yield the freedom of his people, but the elders were afraid, cast him out, and accepted the imperial yoke. Thus was stolen by the foreign invaders his land, his people, his very name. In the years that followed, Red Eagle became known as the untamed spirit of the Reach, unbowed, unbroken, stained by the blood of his foes. He gathered loyal Reachmen to himself, those who clung to the old ways, who yearned for freedom and forged a new nation. Together they fell upon the occupiers and traitors by night, disappearing into the cliffs and caves each morn, evading capture. It was not enough. For every imperial patrol and garrison they wiped out, yet more seemed to march from the green south to replace them. One night, under a cloud-choked sky, the men of Red Eagle warmed themselves over damp fires of smoldering moss. A huddled, shambling figure came to them, cloaked in rags, face cowled. Though his men mocked and cast stones at the stranger, Feulan sensed something and beckoned. The cowl was thrown back in the dim light, and she revealed herself to be one of the ancient and venerable Hagravens. She offered power for a price, and the pact was made. Thus was brokered to the witch his heart, his will, his humanity. From that day forth, his was a spirit of vengeance, pitiless and beyond remorse. The rebels grew in strength and numbers, and none could stand against them. Pheolen's eyes burned coldly in those days, black opals reflecting a mind not entirely his own. 2 years passed, and the foreigners were all but driven from the Reach. Since peace could not last, however, and a great host fell upon them, a swift army of invaders, unlike any before. For a fortnight, Hestra's generals laid siege to Red Eagle's stronghold, till he himself came forth for battle, alone and robed in nothing but his righteous fury. 1,000 foreigners fell before his flaming sword, and the enemy was routed. Yet, when the night fell, so too did he. The warriors who came to him said Pheolen's eyes were clear again on that final night. He was taken to the place, prepared for him a tomb, hidden deep within the rock. With his remaining strength he presented his sword to his people, and swore an oath, fight on, and when at last the Reach is free, his blade should be returned, that he might raise and lead them again. Thus was given for his people his life, his dream, his sword, but when every debt was repaid in blood, these he shall reclaim once more. Alright, that was a pretty good story. Gave me a little bit of an idea of what to expect in this cave. It's possibly this is going to somehow be the tomb or final resting place of Red Eagle. How exciting. Let's see if I can figure out how to get in there. But, of course, as an alchemist, I'm going to try to grab all the ingredients, in this case mushrooms, that I can reach. Some are hanging out on that ledge. Alright, looks like I have to go to this pedestal over here. Doesn't seem to be much else going on in this room. Let's activate the weapon slot. Red Eagle's Fury. His sword. It opens a passageway. There's further deep I'm going to delve into this particular cave. Why don't I try some candlelight in case it gets a little darker in there. Grab my fire ice bow. There's some bleeding crown. Alright, let's head on in and see what happens. Yes, it is definitely dark in here. A strange place. An eerie feeling to enter the tomb of the Red Eagle. What's this? Grab some more ingredients. Alright, I've stumbled upon a chamber. Let's see if there's any signs or indications of what's going on in here. Looks like the statue of somebody's head. Anything over here? Looks to be the same, a shrine memorializing the Red Eagle. Alright. Something looks like it could be a little dangerous in here. Let's see what happens. Okay. Alright, there's Red Eagle, and he doesn't look happy. He's immediately labeled as an enemy, so I'm going to have to take him out as quickly as possible. I'm not sure I can see him too well. Oh, there's a flame atronach. I'm going to take that one out. Those are dangerous. Maybe it'll drop some fire salts. Alright, time for Red Eagle to go down. Oh my gosh, I'm getting surrounded by skeletons. Alright. Red Eagle is down. Wonder why he attacked me. I thought he was going to come out and help and save the Reach, but instead, that wasn't the case. Alright, there's an amethyst. Let's grab some of the loot off of these guys. Boy, that's kind of curious. Red Eagle showed up as looked like a dragon priest. And he immediately attacked me. Wonder how long he's been encapsulated in this tomb. Quite a while, I would venture. Alright, are these his remains? There's an ash pile. Bone gold, no. Honed ancient Nord greatsword of burning. That might be Red Eagle's sword. Interesting. Wonder if the Red Eagle is empty, so that ash pile was probably his. That's all that is left. Well, that was unfortunate. I was hoping he was going to come out and help me with all his power and strength, but to no avail. Alright, let's grab some of the loot off of these chests. Off of this cabinet. Embalming tools, a ruined book, a linen wrap. I'll grab those. 8 gold. Nothing in there. There seems to be a potion of ultimate healing. A coin purse. Another skull for the collection, and I don't need a steel dagger. A coin purse. Steel mace. Does not look like it is trapped on either side. I don't need the shield. Take the skull, and let's see what's in the chest. Steel shield. Elven shield of frost suppression. Ooh, a black soul gem. Those are always useful. Some gold. And maybe some steel arrows. I'll probably leave the rest. Interesting. So that was the myth and the legend of Red Eagle. Well, that's a shame. Hopefully he has warped into a different dimension and come back sometime in the future and help us out. Looks like that's where he's been laying down for a while. Alright, is there anything of interest in this corner? Not that I see. Some skeletal remains. The flames have been burning for quite some time in the tomb of Red Eagle. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything over there. Let's see if there's anything in this corner. Did I grab some? Yeah, I got that stuff. And just some remains. Not much else left. Candles still burning. And a burial urn with some gold pieces. Alright, I'm going to be heading out of here. Very interesting place. And that's it. Let's go back up the steps, see if this door is still open. Yes, it is. Alright. Does not seem that too many adventurers have made it past there. Alright, let's see if I can grab this sword. See what happens if that closes the gate, if it's reachable, if I can still take it. Red Eagle's Bane. Yes, it is takeable, and it closed the tomb again. Maybe some other future adventurer will find it. Undead up to level 13 are set on fire and flee for 30 seconds. Red Eagle's Bane. Alright, looks like the sword switched out. And now I'm out of here. Let's see if I can grab some more items for my alchemy. Lots of mushrooms in here. Alright, that'll do it for the mushrooms. I think I've gathered enough of those. I'm gonna head on up and out of here. See if it lets me out. Let me take a look at this thing. That was pretty cool. Yep, the door is closed. I think I've grabbed everything I can. Always good to do a final check, make sure I didn't miss anything. And out to Skyrim. Alright, that'll do it for the legend of Red Eagle. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll see you in the next video. I want you to have a great day and be safe out there. Stay healthy. Bye-bye.